and the Cavaliers beginning the season. Of course, the headline was Kyrie and LeBron reuniting on different teams tonight in Cleveland. Both teams have new looks. We start with the new look Cavs, of course, Dwayne Wade. Played 28 minutes tonight, not a great shooting night, just 3 of 10 shooting from the field. He had 8 points. Derrick Rose played 31 minutes. He was a -7 when he was on the court. He had just 2 assists. He was 5 of 14 shooting. Not a good shooting night for him. Jay Crowder's an interesting player. LeBron gets some help there off the tricep of Aaron Baines. Crowder played 34 minutes, just 11 points, 3 of 10 shooting. Crowder. There's Jason Tatum. Boy, he looked really good tonight. Double-double in his NBA debut. 14 points, 10 rebounds. Also had 3 assists. He looks like he's going to be a very good, productive player in his rookie year. He played 36 minutes. LeBron swerves the word, spins the verb, no diggity, no doubt. LeBron was in playoff mode. He was taken to the rack, shot at a really high percentage, 12 of 19. Made all 4 of his free throws. 1 assist shy of a triple-double. And then here comes Kyrie Irving. Fourth quarter three-pointers falling. He was 4 of 9, shot well from three-point land. He had 22 points and 10 assists. LeBron picked up his pivot foot there. That should be a travel. He gets mugged at the rim, but you see he's not complaining because he knows he got away with a travel. Thompson probably also got fouled. Jeff Green finally put it in. So the Cavs get away with one there. There's Irving, who continues to knock down the three. Again, 4 of 9. Celtics shot just 25% from 3. Cavs just 23%. Rozier gets a little lazy there with LeBron. What's he thinking with the one-handed layup attempt? That's an easy block. This should have been a foul. Tatum looks like he got bodied by Wade, maybe part of his head, but the Rook doesn't get the call. Cavs are down by 3 with 4.5 to go. There's, I mentioned, that's LeBron. He's in bully mode, taking it to the rack in the paint. And then I'll shoot a 3 with us down by 4. That was a big shot. As James hits his only three-pointer was on that attempt, 1 for 5. Again, there's his Nerf basketball, which he falls back on in big games. 29 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists. He had 4 turnovers. Kevin Love, squish. Love only had 9 field goal attempts. That was his only 3 as well. Again, the Cavs just 5 of 22 shooting 3. A bad 3-point shooting night. I told you LeBron already made his 1, so you knew that wasn't going to go. 3-point lead, trying to ice it. So now here come the Celtics. They can tie the game. Brown? No, it's long. Brown was 2 of 9 shooting 3s. Kyrie, that's short. And look at that. Poetically, the game ends with Irving and James hugging in Cleveland. Tyronn Lue, well, his man, LeBron James, again, 29 points, 16 rebounds, 9 assists. He wants to win MVP this year. He's off to a good start.
Well, he has a little look in his eyes, like, come to me, play through me. And that's what we did, and he was able to deliver. Made a great pass to Kevin, hit a big 3, couple great baskets around the rim. Just got to continue to keep building on this. Last year, this is a game we would have lost, so not playing well and beating a good team like the Celtics, that's a good start for us.
Head-to-head, of course, Irving's career began. He was on a lottery team, and he was the first pick, and James was on a super team in Miami. So you can expect this scoreboard to be what it is, 7-0, although tonight's one was certainly closer than we thought, especially after the Hayward injury. Tim Legler back on opening night. Great to see you again,
Good to see you.
What was your reaction? What's it like when an NBA team has a player like Hayward go down with an injury like that?
It's your state of shock, honestly. In 5 minutes in, you saw the reaction, how emotional everybody was. It's a gut punch. Yeah. When you think about what went into this season, the high hopes that they had, the way that they're building this thing. They only have 2 star players. They've got a lot of nice pieces. They only have 2 stars. And now one of those stars goes out. I think it led to them being a little bit lethargic in the first half. Hard to get over that. Cleveland took advantage of it. But then I really liked the way Boston responded in the second half. They made that big run in the third quarter. Jaylen Brown has really grown up in a year. He had an incredible summer in Vegas. He's carried that now into the regular season. And Tatum was incredibly nervous in the first half. He got it together in the second half as well. Marcus Smart played well. So those nice pieces I'm talking about, they responded. But at the end of the day, they were counting on a lot out of Gordon Hayward this year offensively to create for himself and for others. Now they're not going to have that for a long period of time.
Yeah, Brown's going to be important because Marcus Smart can't shoot, and they're really limited with him in terms from an offensive standpoint. But let's talk about the Cavaliers. I'm curious to get your opinion on the mix. And Brian Windhorst had an interesting piece on .com, and he also translated into SportsCenter as well about perhaps he wants to win MVP this year. Perhaps there's a window to LeBron to win maybe his last chance at MVP as he ages. This was a playoff mode for him. Like I said, when he bullies himself to the rim, that's when you know LeBron is serious.
Physically dominant tonight at the end of the game. I mean, he was throughout, but he really took over late. Took advantage of the fact that Boston is one of those teams, like the modern NBA, they don't play shot blockers. There's a bunch of guards on the floor, and LeBron James is going to take advantage of that. And Jaylen Brown is one of the better perimeter defenders I think LeBron's going to see this year. But as he comes up the floor right here, and you see the score right here, Cleveland down by 1, minute 24, and LeBron's just going to look up. He's going to eye this up. And, he sees a back line ready to come, but no one actually commits. So when LeBron James sees that, he's just going to work Jaylen Brown down into this area of the floor, waiting for a double team, shooters around him. It never gets there, so he just overwhelms Jaylen Brown. You see the help. It's a weak wave, and he's at the rim. And then I thought the biggest play of the game, again, LeBron's physical dominance right here, goes down to the post. Very few guys in the league right here are strong enough to catch this basketball and not turn it over. As he turns, I mean, they are raking on the ball. They're gripping him. But now is when he is special. He looks up after this double team. He's going to scan the weak side of the floor. And I think right here you're going to see a great cut from the weak side right here, which is going to drag this defender. And ultimately, that means Kevin Love is wide open in the corner for the biggest shot of the game, gives them a 4-point lead. But it's the physical dominance. And if you're going to take LeBron James down to the post, which I thought he did a good job of tonight. If you got Marcus Smart, if you got Jaylen Brown, if you've got Rozier, whoever switches on to him, they were switching a lot. He goes down to the post. You have to bring a double team, and that's when that size and vision and ability to put that ball on a rope to the other side of the floor really pays off. Overall, Cleveland really missed a lot of open threes tonight. They didn't shoot it the way that they normally do, but Kevin Love hit the biggest three of the game right there to get some separation late.
Yeah, he had a double-double. Be interesting because Wade and Rose were out there. They're not good three-point shooters, so when they space like that, I wonder if teams, through film study, will stay or collapse and make him go to those games.
It's a different look. When you had Kyrie Irving out there before, you had J.R. Smith as a starter. Now you've got Wade and Rose out there playing a lot of minutes together, at least until Isaiah Thomas comes back. That's your backcourt. Neither one of those guys is really a threat from out there. It is going to be different spacing, and we'll see if these struggles from the three-point line continue for this team, because guys like Shumpert and Kyle Korver, they got no rhythm. There's so many guys that Lou has to play. That's another challenge for him this year.
Yeah, Korver was irrelevant for sure, but you're right. Isaiah Thomas due back around Christmas or New Year. He'll give them a whole different look in that fourth quarter. You can't leave him open. That's really looking forward to seeing him as well in terms of how they incorporate him. And you think he'll be in there late and Rose will be in the bench, you think, once Isaiah Thomas is back?
I don't think there's any question about it. But, look, they're talking January, which, hey, maybe that means late January. Maybe that means early February. Who knows? So this is going to be their backcourt for the foreseeable future. Wade and Rose playing a lot of minutes together and then trying to figure out ways to keep J.R. Smith and Kyle Korver in rhythm, because on a given night, Tyronn Lue is going to go in different directions. It's a curse in some ways to have this many guys. When Isaiah Thomas comes back, you have 11 players on your team. And that's not even counting Channing Frye, who's played a lot, who are expecting to play and need to get minutes to be in rhythm. It's a great challenge to have because it means you've got depth. But I want to see who is going to be in rhythm to knock down those three-point shots that they are so used to for the last 3 years.
And we'll see Wade and LeBron take days off occasionally, which will help certainly the bench, and those guys get some minutes. Tim Legler on